Hey guys, I am here with Nicholas.
What's up?
Once again, and we are here in the black abyss of my backyard. And we are going to talk about relationships. I'm going to share my list of what I look for in someone that I date or a potential husband. I call it my husband list, and I've had it since I was 13 years old.
I made mine like 20 minutes ago, so.
But he's had it in the back of his mind. So he's gonna share his, I'm gonna share mine, and he's gonna start. Mine's substantially long, so hopefully you guys can appreciate that. But the purpose of this video is to share some content from my book that I wrote the past year. I would love for you guys to pre-order it. I've shared this so many times, but I really just want you guys to get a handle on this content that you guys can.
You're too nice. Go buy it.
And I have an exclusive offer for y'all super fans out there. Reach out to me at book@chelseacrockett.com and I will get in contact with you guys and we can work something out. Go ahead and share your list, babe.
Okay. Yeah, so number one for me is that a woman loves Jesus more than me. That she pursues people and pursues the Lord above pursuing me, and that she loves other people well and not just me. What I do is primarily ministry based, like that's what I want to do full time. And so with that, I want someone who's compatible with me there. Like I said, loves Jesus, wants his will for her life, and wants to point other people to him. And then number two would just be probably that a woman works hard. And I know that's kind of not the common answer that's really thrown around a lot, but to be with someone who is willing to work, that's willing to get up early in the morning, is willing to go in and day out and do what has to be done in order to meet a goal and meet the criteria that has to be met, that's a big deal for me because I grew up on a farm, I grew up working hard. And then number three, which to me has been the biggest one, and that is purity. Being with someone who agrees with me on those levels, being with someone who gets it, and someone who more than anything respects herself. And I think that this is just my personal opinion. If you're a professing Christian and you're kind of slaving your body or letting your body just go to any guy that wants it, then I don't really know if you respect yourself on the level that God respects you and that he calls you to respect yourself at. So that's a big one for me, and seeing that Chelsea was so adamant about that really was attractive to me, and I love that about you. I love that you're not afraid to like stand up for your morals and stand for your body and for yourself and uphold yourself to a higher standard above reproach. Those are three of the biggest things that I look for. I think the last thing I could say is like just being with someone who's attractive to me, like who's physically attractive and who's personally attractive in their personality and the way that they speak and the way they talk to people and the way they interact with me. Those are like the four biggest things that like consistently day in and day out mean the most to me. So the past 7 months, Chelsea has shown me that she's consistent in all of those ways, especially with the attractive part. But yeah, so those are my like four things.
My list is pretty lengthy, but I will just bang it out right here. Here we go. My husband, future husband.
Okay.
Spiritual leader, Christ follower, and encourages others. Humor like mine, slow to anger, and not super lazy. Taller than I, or at least the same height as me. Understanding and forgiving heart. Wants both a boy and girl. Cleans up after himself.
It still sounds like you said once. But say wants.
Wants both a boy and girl. Can do dishes and laundry. Similar taste in music. Attracted to him. Can cook something other than mac and cheese and popcorn. Expects me to be a working woman and not a stay-at-home mom. Genuine and protects my heart. Supportive family. Has great guy friends in his life. Doesn't have any urge to change for me. If any change he has, it should be for himself. That's my list. I think that it's important for everyone to write down the qualities that they look for. If you're currently with someone, I think that your list or what you look for in someone, pretty much everything should be met. Honestly, because you should have high standards and I think you should uphold them. You know, not everything like down to the nitty gritty, like not everything has to be met, but the main things like the core values of what you truly want should be there. Don't ever settle for less in those areas.
Yeah.
And I would encourage you guys to write down what you want, especially if you are just in a season where you're like, I really want someone, but I don't know if I'm like ready for that. Pray about it and write it down, and just watch God work in that way, and watch him transform you into the person that is ready for someone.
And sometimes that's just the harsh reality of dating, is just that sometimes we're not mature enough. We're not to that point in life and that stage in life yet where we can handle that sort of weight.
You shouldn't date when you're not ready, because it causes a lot of heartbreak for not only you, but that person that you could be dating at that time. Pray about it and just know and get confirmation from God that it's okay to move forward and it's a smart idea, because I think God will prompt you in the right direction when it is time for that.
For sure, yeah.
For those of you who are pursuing purity, our advice to you, in our experience, we're no experts or anything, set boundaries, but you have to enforce them. The guy should definitely be leading in that way, but the girl should just equally be putting in as much effort. If you guys were to overstep those boundaries, then
take a few steps back.
Take some steps back and
reevaluate.
Then it will definitely solidify where you stand, but also it'll help you just really realize
that what you're doing is like dumb.
Yeah,
so.
And you'll value your boundaries and what you can do. Just realizing that, gosh, you don't have the power to do it on your own.
Yeah,
like
no,
you
not
need,
at all. Like, you need support. You need friends that are gonna ask you tough questions.
And you need prayer.
Yeah, and you need tons of prayer, and you need like supplicating on the Lord's word if you're a Christian.
Because our bodies were made to like mesh, like so.
Yeah. So. What a note to end on.
But that's our advice. That's our list. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Go pre-order my book down below and check out our social media down below.
Yeah.
We love you guys. We'll see you in our next video.
And that's all. That's all we got. Deuces. See ya.